Speaking on the Senate floor, McCain lauded the Senate Intelligence Committee's report on the interrogation of al-Qaeda and other captives between 2002 and 2009 in secret CIA prisons in Afghanistan, Poland, Romania, Cuba, and elsewhere.
I believe the American people have a right, indeed responsibility, to know what was done in their name, how these practices did or did not serve our interests, and how they comported with our most important values.
Senator McCain expressed hope that the report, which details practices such as simulated drowning, sleep deprivation, and rectal feeding and hydration, will prevent similar occurrences in the future.
I know the use of torture compromises that which most distinguishes us from our enemies, our belief that all people, even captured enemies, possess basic human rights which are protected by international conventions the United States not only joined, but for the most part authored.
A frequent critic of the Obama administration, McCain broke ranks with his party to denounce the abusive interrogation practices, which he says ultimately did not lead to the capture of terrorists.
Obviously, we need intelligence to defeat our enemies, but we need reliable intelligence. Torture produces more misleading information than actionable intelligence.
McCain suffered torture himself during his 5.5-year captivity in North Vietnam before his release in 1973. Under duress, he signed a communist propaganda statement before finally returning home with permanent injuries. Other Republicans and officials in the former Bush administration continue to defend the CIA's interrogation methods, saying they helped prevent additional terrorist attacks.
The pressures were great from the administration, from the Congress, well, for the American public. Is there another attack coming? Because the reports were plentiful that other attacks were being planned.
Senator Saxby Chambliss, a Republican from Georgia, who initially opposed publication of the report, voted for its release earlier this year.
I voted to declassify that, and then the general public can make up their minds about whether or not this was done properly and whether or not, in fact, as we point out specifically in the minority report, that there was information gleaned from this program which led not only to the takedown of bin Laden, but to the interruption and disruption of other terrorist plots over a period of years.
President Barack Obama banned the controversial practices in 2009 and has backed the release of the report, despite warnings that it could cause a backlash from those hostile to the United States. U.S. embassies and missions abroad have been put on special alert. Zlatica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.